Howdy y'all, welcome back to Cam Shack Productions. Today I am back out at Rockport State Park and I have decided, my wife got me a hot tent stove and I recently went onto Amazon and purchased the OneTigris Rock Fortress hot tent. So I am going to try and set that up. I did pay for a camping spot out here, that way I knew I would have everything I needed and it would be super easy. I definitely have a few neighbors back behind me over here, but I am going to get this thing set up and see what it looks like. So let's dive into hot tent camping and see how nice this can be for the night. It's supposed to dump tonight, anywhere from 3 inches up to 1.5 feet. So I got this great reservoir behind me. I got a nice camp spot. Let's get this thing set up for the lap of luxury. What do y'all say? All right, y'all. So the first step to this whole hot tenting situation is finding a spot. So the hot tent I have is a 12-foot diameter bottom. So I needed to make sure that I had a pretty good size spot. So I have chosen this flat area here. It's right off of my camp, and we're gonna try to set up this tent and see what happens. Y'all, so I did finally get the OneTigris Rock Fortress up. It was a chore to figure out the first time for sure. You've got to stake out the doors, put the pole in, and then move everything out to the side. So you start with the doors, and then you slowly pull everything out. And all of your guidelines have to be tied in by you. They're not pre-tied in. So you've got your doors. There's one, and I know it's leaning a little crooked. The pole inside keeps slipping. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guidelines on each of the tent pieces, and I did put the stove in just so I could figure out where I was going to sit, what it was going to look like. So let's go inside. So you can see I got the stove, and this will be a true test for the waterproofness, because as you can see, there is quite a bit of snow falling. And then you want to make sure that you use the stuff sack because it's got molly webbing in it so that you can hang your lantern. And again, I'll probably play with the position of the stove, but it gives me plenty of room to set up a big cot over here. I'm going to have to plug that gap of the door somehow because it just does not cinch down. So I'll put some snow on that side. And we will get this thing started and figure out what we're going to do. So let's see if we can get this tent heated up. It is dumping. I mean, it is dumping outside. So let's get tent set up. Oh boy. All right, y'all. So because I have the hot tent and I feel like I am full on glamping, I decided tonight that I would bust out the old trusty cot. So I'm gonna get this thing set up so that way I know how much room I have and what I need to be able to get this thing set up nice and comfy. All right, y'all, sorry about the exceptionally bright light everywhere but on me. I have camp set up. I'll give you a little tour here. I do not have the hot tent, or I do not have the hot stove going yet. I just decided that I would give it a little while. It's not that cold. It's pretty warm in here, and I can save my wood a little bit. So camp is set. I have my cot down. I have my sleeping pad on it. I'm not going to pull out bags or anything like that until much later. Just keep everything warm and dry. But it's time for step 2, my friends. So today we're doing another one of the Bud Light seltzers. This is the citrus soda. They're okay. Oh, perfect for where we're at. So now I'm just gonna kind of futz around, see what I like, what I don't like, figure out what works. You know, trying to get the cot level has definitely been interesting. I worked on this side and not on that side. So I might move it around and see if I can flatten out a little bit. Overall, pretty dope. Wonder if they caught anything. So I feel like it's time to get some kindling chopped, get this fire started. Check to make sure the damper is open. Now like that, we have fire. First official fire in the hot tent. All right, y'all. So it is 6:40 or 6:28, excuse me. It is 27 degrees outside and 42 degrees in here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Let's see if we can switch it to. So it's -3 degrees Celsius outside and 6 degrees Celsius in here. And again, it's 27 degrees Fahrenheit outside and 42 in here. So overall, not too bad. The stove is definitely cranking. I can tell you that the flue little piece here, it keeps closing, so I have to keep opening it and the tent will fill a little bit with smoke. But so far, pretty comfy cozy. It is definitely getting warm. My pants are steaming from kneeling in the snow. And now it's just getting warm, so we'll get ready to start some dinner here. I am pretty stoked with that little setup. Not bad at all, right? I got my box full of wood, which I did process before I got here. I cut it to make sure that it was the length of the stove. I got the cot set up. It's not ready for bed. I still have a bunch of my gear in there. And then I have my new little table and my drink right here. That's the backpack that I hold the stove in. And that thing looks like it's gonna get hot. So I'm gonna add some more hot wood and make sure that this stove stays nice and hot while we cook. Dinner. My steak was so big, I had to cut it in half so that it would fit in the pan. I also have my little spice and goodies hanging off of the OneTigris stuff sack for the poles because it's got webbing. That's one of the things you're supposed to use. And I've got this delicious steak just cooking away. Moon's coming up. It's starting to snow. So far, we're doing pretty good. All right, y'all. So steaks are almost done. What I'm going to do is I have some garlic butter that I am pretty stoked to use. So I am going to use this garlic butter, and I have already cleaned and cut my asparagus. So then while I do that, I can let my steak rest, because we all know how important it is to let your steak rest. All right, guys, I got steak. I got my asparagus that I'm just going to eat out of the pan because I figure why not. And then I have my hot little stove and fire right here. I am all set for a delicious dinner. I'm going to eat this up and then probably go to bed. It's getting late. It's 8:30. Time for me to almost crash. So, yum. Deliciousness. All right, y'all. Good morning. I had a horrible night last night, and it had nothing to do with the tent. I actually ended up getting really sick at about 9:30 last night. So sick that I continued to be sick until about 3:30. And because of that, I did not want to sleep in here. I did not want to have to be going from hot to cold, throwing up, all the fun stuff. I still feel awful this morning. I was going to go film a second video, but I think what I'm going to do is pack it up and head home and just, it's going to take me forever to try to get this thing packed up. I feel like I walk for like 5 or 6 steps and I start to get dizzy and queasy. So I'm going to go real slow this morning. This is definitely not the way I wanted to end this. So overall, I mean, you know, this is a pretty sweet tent. I think it is definitely worth the money. I did find a few things that I will go over in my OneTigris Rock Fortress full-on review of just the tent itself. There's a few things that definitely were not easy, need some work, but overall a pretty good experience, and I'm looking forward to hot tenting in the future for sure. I'm really looking forward to doing this with my wife and our dog and trying out this space, because it is big. Once you're in here, it's not bad at all. I just got bad. So, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's not quite the way I wanted it to work out, but it is going to still be a pretty good video, I think. So thanks for sticking in there. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you all in the next video. Please, if you enjoyed this video, go down and hit the like button, and go down and hit that subscribe button, or the next time you are out in the backcountry, you are going to get a stomach bug that is going to wipe you out for the entire night. And I don't want to see that happen. So go hit subscribe. All right. Be well, my friends.